Good afternoon, peeps, and happy Saturday. Mariama and Queen popping in today.
Okay, it's tea time.
It's tea time. Oh my God. Did we drink our tea up? Y'all, we didn't drink the tea up. We drank. I'm going to be honest, I had my tea earlier. And then when Queen got here, she needed a little, look at these two pieces. She needed a little tea, so I made her some tea. So we drank our tea earlier because we had already started talking before we went live, Queen.
As usual.
As usual. How was your week?
Okay. Thank God it's Saturday.
Thank God it's
Look
Saturday.
forward to seeing you.
I look forward to seeing you too. It's one of the highlights of my weekend
Me too.
now.
My daughter was like, where you going?
Like
You know where I'm
going. Where I'm going.
You know where I'm going.
Right. It's like one of the highlights of my weekend because I think so often, you know how you get used to talking on the phone and texting, but it is nothing like real life, in person, face-to-face interaction and conversation. So I am always excited to see you.
So what did you do this week?
This week, so y'all, Facebook niece, she in high school, y'all. Can y'all believe it? This was like a baby. She is still the baby, but she is in high school now. So they went for picture day. They had to take pictures for their IDs. And then also, she had orientation yesterday. So got some things going on in real estate. And I know I shared a video. So for the people who reached out to me about getting signed up for the free real estate course, I've sent you the information already. If you still want information about it, you can contact me and I'll give it to you. The 40-hour course is free. It's offered at my office, or not at my office, my brokerage rather, Keller Williams. They offered the course, so I can give you more information about that. And then my family is one of the groups doing, so you know I do my Taste of Africa tours. So my family is one of the groups doing the tour in December. So they're working on their airfare and flights this week. So that's a little hectic because they want to all fly together. Because I think this is like the longest flight that they've taken so far. So.
Because how long was it when y'all went to Dominican
Republic? I want to say that was about a 4 or 5 hour flight to the DR. So this one is like 13 hours.
Ooh.
Yeah, so it's a little bit different, but I told them they'll be fine. So just working with my business partner there too to get some things in order to make sure that things are comfortable for our groups that are coming in December. If you've been thinking about visiting Africa, you need to go ahead and get signed up so you can come and visit too. And then, so Queen and I, obviously, we're working on some things. It's crunch time. I'm starting to feel a little bit of pressure now because this year is like going by so fast. And once September hits, is literally like the year. Why is this one little piece of hair just doing something? It's bothering.
You feel like alfalfa?
I do feel like alfalfa. And you see this one little piece here.
Don't she look cute?
It's just sticky.
She got a little hair done. I gotta say little, like
right. You know how people go like right, got a little hair did, got her little business. I don't like when people try to put little in front of stuff that I'm doing. I'm like
doing her little stuff.
They like, you still got your little, ma'am, you don't have it, so stop calling it little. But anyway.
I think she cute.
Right. So I forgot what I was saying. What was I saying? Thank you. You are too. She always come over here with her fresh makeup and stuff. I'll be like, girl, you look good.
We gotta be out here.
We gotta be. Oh, so that's what I was saying. So Queen and I have been working on some things, and I can't wait for us to tell you guys more about it. But it's crunch time now, so that's when I start feeling the pressure. I never wait for like the new year to come to start like tackling my goals, and I don't know what I'm feeling. I don't know if I feel behind or accomplished or what. What's going on here?
little technical
difficulties. So yeah, it's like once September comes, it is literally crunch time. because you don't have much of the year left. So if you got some stuff you want to get done, you literally better go ahead and start getting moving with what you need to get done. Yes. But we are not going to talk too long about what we need to get done, because we got to talk about our tea time talk today. We were already talking about it. So this one here is going to be touchy. I don't expect that any men will actually...
Unless you bold enough.
Right, unless they bold enough. I don't think any men will actually...
do that on the playground?
Like, we jump at people like that when you... Yeah. I don't think any men today will actually come and join this one, because they might feel a little bit attacked. But ladies, today we were talking about struggle love. Struggle love.
Oh, the struggle.
The struggle.
Of the love.
Of the love. And I don't even feel like the two words should go together, because when you think about love, people often think, oh, it's such a beautiful thing. But I think, and I'm just going to say it, I know it might sound bad, but I think that more African American women are convinced that struggle love is okay. It's like your initiation into the relationship fraternity or sorority, how much struggle you could actually go through. And Queen and I, we talk about this all the time, because we always talk about transitioning to the soft life. And so struggle love and the soft life, they don't match.
No.
So Queen, and so before I get to Queen, ladies, because I'm willing to bet that there is not one lady that does not have a struggle love story. And I think that what women consider to be struggle love, some men look at it totally different. They just feel like this is a part of a relationship. And I'm not saying that relationships don't have good and bad times and that there aren't ups and downs. But I think it's different, because some people, struggle love is all that they know. And then some people expect people to be okay with receiving it because they think it's normal.
Yes.
So I was talking to Queen, and this is what even some of the stuff we talk about. I wish sometimes people could just be a fly on the wall.
Nope.
To hear it. But Queen, I know you were telling me a couple of different scenarios where you had some struggle love. So can you, I don't want to bring up that old trauma on the inside, but tell us about it.
Let me think about, besides the marriage, but anyway, you
considered the marriage struggle love?
Yeah, that was, but
okay.
We ain't gonna talk about that.
Okay.
We're
gonna leave that one.
Give him a break.
Leave him a break today. Give him a break today.
I was dating this guy.
Let me scoot over so y'all can see her.
I was like head over heels, because it was the new experience. I had just broke up from my ex-husband, and I was traveling back and forth to New York and stuff. So I'm just like, this is the...
So this was New York.
Yes.
Ladies, you know how you give everybody a name? Like, you never use their first. Soon as she said New York, I knew exactly who she was talking about, because we literally referred to him as New York. So tell us about New York.
So when I met him, he was just such a gentleman. He approached me. We were at the 40th year in hip hop party at this mansion. And he approached me and kissed my hand, and I'm just like, what a gentleman and stuff. He's probably about 6 years older than me, and very well dressed and all those things and stuff. And so I was kind of reluctant to give him my number, and I was like, I stay in Michigan. He was like, so what that mean? So he said nothing. He gonna
fly you out a little bit.
And that's what he did. But I had to go through the struggle.
So what was the struggle with him? Because he sound pretty good.
He sound pretty good. But he was so toxic. I mean, he would he was a narcissist.
Lord.
And I didn't know that.
That word gives me triggers. If anybody has ever dated a narcissist, or God forbid you were in a marriage with a narcissist, that needs to be a whole nother conversation, like surviving a narcissist. I'm ready to tell my story. We need to put that in the notes.
I'm telling you now, because he was awful when I think about it. And I would try to say, oh, well, he does this for me. He does that. He flies me out. He treats me well. He takes me he knew all the celebrities. He took me to all the expensive places. But he would do stuff like, you don't appreciate me.
Thank you, Bianca. Bianca said y'all look so pretty.
Thank you. You don't appreciate me, or, you see all I do for you, and all I ask for is, can I have ice cream? It would be that bad, So it kind of started off with some verbal and emotional abuse, and then it would be, well, you take your card and pay for this, and I'll give it back to you. And not that he wouldn't, but when I would go to question and say, well, you said you would, give it back to me, and he would just like flip out, and throw the money at you, and I done been, girl, but I kept going back because I liked the excitement of the New York and just being out, and I was just naive in the sense of realizing that you're toxic. He drank a lot and stuff, but most New Yorkers do. And he just really, he manipulated any chance he could, he could and stuff, and oh, well, it ain't like this, and it ain't gonna be that bad, and this and that. And
so do you think it was struggle love because he was a narcissist? Is that the biggest portion of why it was so hard?
Yeah, I think it's different levels and different situations of struggle love. This is the one I'm sharing with you first off.
Okay.
This
There's
one,
more?
Girl.
So,
life for me ain't been no crystal stairway. You know that poem by Langston
Maya,
Hughes?
is that Langston?
Langston Hughes.
Is that Langston Hughes? Yeah, I know that poem. I do know. No emotional control, just sad. Emotional intelligence is lacking with her. Oh, Bianca.
Oh, Jesus, Bianca.
So, and here's the thing. Because I've had some men want to, I'm not going to even say some, because it hasn't been a lot. I have been, in some ways, I've been blessed to have some relationships that were very nice in one piece, and in one part, you'd be like, wait a minute, this is crazy. And the thing that I hate the most about, like I said, I feel like struggle love is presented most often to Black women. I'm just going to say it.
When I researched it, they said 99% of Black women, this is...
And then I'm going to go a bit further and say African American women, to be specific, because there are so many
versions
of Black women around the world. But I think here in particular, I think sometimes that some men, not all, but their definition of love is so toxic that they don't even know that they're offering you struggle love. Love that you are literally trying to fight to hang on to when you really probably should let it go. That's the first thing.
He would say, I love you. Don't you say I love you? This is
and
love.
I guess we probably should talk about that. I think, like I was saying, so many people grew up in homes that are so different, and what was presented to them as love could be manipulation. It could be narcissism. It could be so many different things. And now this person is saying, like you said,
But I love you.
I do all these things for you. I love you, yeah, but you mentally abusing me.
Right.
You know, you making me actually feel a bit crazy here.
Right.
So
he would say, "You don't believe in me." Like, what? What is that?
Like, where did that even come from?
Girl, all the time.
And another thing I think too with the struggle of peace, especially for Black women, is I think sometimes that what we're offered is far less than what is normal for other cultures and races. I'm going to say that. I'm trying to say it as unoffensive as I can.
You remember on What's Love Got to Do With It when Tina Turner's mom was like, "You need to go back to Ike. You better not leave him.
He a good man. He a good man, Savannah." What movie was that? He a good man, Savannah. He just got somewhere. And you'll be like, he killing me.
Yeah, right. So why is it that
I think because
our generation has been tainted to believe that even if he's not beating on you, let's just say he's not physically abusing you, that it's okay.
I'm going to add on to that. Because sometimes women will convince other women, or even sometimes men will try to convince women, if he's not beating on you, you know, if he pays some bills, right? That's another thing. If he's doing something, it don't even have to be a lot of something, but they're like, well, he's doing something, almost as if to say, you know, it's so many that don't, that you should be happy that this one is. And I'm like, does that really make it better? So they're not beating you up and they pay a few bills. So you should accept everything else that comes with the struggle.
What Bianca say?
Bianca said, my first experience, that mean it was more. So my first experience of struggle love was at 5, watching my mom cry in the tub.
Jesus.
So it became what I thought to be real love. The back and forth was normal. Black women are taught to deal because if it's not worth fighting for, it's not, oh my God, it's not worth having. And Bianca, you know what? I was telling Queen that earlier today when we were talking, that I think sometimes, like men and women equally, when you are younger, whatever you saw in your home, that was your first example of what love is supposed to be. So it didn't matter how toxic it was. It didn't matter how detrimental to your health, your mental health too. It's kind of what you learn. And then at some point in time, when you become an adult and you have to go out into the real world and see that everybody doesn't operate like that, it's like a huge shock. And that's so true, because you were 5 years old.
5. And
so that became your norm, probably for some time. It was your reality. And
I'll be transparent enough to say I probably was about 8 when I told you about when my mom was getting physically abused, and she told me, "You don't let your dad just jump on me." And I didn't know any better. I didn't know what they was doing. I didn't know anything about that, but I knew that what my mother said, I better do what she say. So that meant if they got into any kind of
fight. You had to fight at 8. So I can only imagine. So then you learn to be a fighter.
You learn to be a fighter. I want to be soft.
And isn't that something? I think even the whole soft life movement, the fact that you probably see more Black women being the ones on the front line, because can we just be soft? Whatever being soft means to whomever, but like, can we just be soft?
And then she would put him out, and then he would come
right back.
And it would be like, that's what I thought love was. You know? Mm-hmm. So that is another form of struggle love. It's just like, hey, but they love each other. They've been together all these years.
The bare minimum, the just enough.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you just enough.
I'm a breadcrumb you.
I'm a breadcrumb you to keep you holding on. I know you could do better.
Yeah. I'm a gaslight
Do you think they know you can do better? People that present this?
Oh, yeah.
You think they know?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. My mama was, I get it from her. She was bad, but he knew how to pull her down. But she loved his dirty draws.
Bianca said, and you learned that a black man was a threat, which lessens expectations, which means you would expect minimum. It's like Bianca be sitting here listening to us, because Bianca, I was just telling her, I just feel like some of my experience, and that's why I said, when I said I'm going to say black woman, I'm going to say in the United States, African American, because even traveling a bit and seeing that even in places that we would consider poorer than here in the United States, there are some instances where men understand, I may not be able to do this, but it's not that I'm not supposed to do this.
Right.
You know, and if I'm giving you minimum now, it's not because I don't want to give you more. It's because I'm working on more. But I totally agree with you that I think that so many women get conditioned to believe that the minimum is good. And that's why I think sisters really do need to we need to raise the bar, because if
united,
because
you gotta stand
it's
united.
some woman or some women somewhere that have allowed men to do so little and give so little and put forth such small effort,
right,
that they want to present that to all women. And then when you say this is not good enough for me, it's like you are a troublesome woman. You don't appreciate anything. You like to fight and you like to argue. When it's really, I expect more out of you, because you have more to give. Don't even give me the bare minimum, because not just because of me, but it's not even, why would you want to do that? Why are you okay with this?
But okay, let's go back to the situation I was just telling you about. You know, me and this guy dating. He's spending all kinds of buku money on me. Yeah, you know.
But the other areas, because that's the thing too. Struggle love is not just the financial piece of it.
Right.
I've known some men that were very financially stable, will spend any amount on you, but let it be time to have a conversation. And they look at you like they don't understand English. Or, you know, just regular emotion, some type of feeling.
And that's another thing. Struggle love doesn't necessarily have to be something where it's got to be abuse. It could be, like you said, not having that window of opportunity to be able to cultivate even a conversation. We can't even communicate. We can't even build.
Do you think you could even be in a relationship do you think you can have a healthy relationship with poor communication?
No.
You can't. It's impossible.
But I tried.
So how long did you try?
All my life.
I had to fight.
All my life. I mean, I think that's just who I've been. Not because I wanted to. You just be giving people the benefit of the doubt and thinking like, okay.
Do you think that women give the benefit of the doubt too?
Oh,
when men give us the same grace?
No, they do not.
And I'm going to ask men, if you're watching, do you think that you guys give women the same grace that you expect? If we made some of the mistakes, I use that loosely, that you guys make over and over, would you be so forgiving? Because that's another thing I think too, a part of the struggle love. Like, some people expect you to be too patient and too forgiving. And it's like, if
my ex-husband, he was the cheater of the cheaters and the cheating and the cheating and the cheating and the cheating. And he said, you know, I saw my parents do it, and I just thought that you'll keep accepting me back.
Bianca, you can curse. She said, hell no.
That's right.
They would not.
The level to the no.
The level of patience and endure. Oh God. And I used to hear this a lot. in my narcissistic marriage from, unfortunately, family. You just have to endure. Honey, your son is not about to kill me.
No.
For the sake of enduring. Like,
No.
how much would you, and I think we have to teach our daughters at a young age. Sometimes when it is concerning your health, your mental health, your physical well-being, your emotional health, it is okay to leave. Do not endure just to hold on to being married when it's literally killing you. I mean, I would never. And I remember hearing that phrase like multiple times. And I'm like, what?
It was like, I'm getting on a plane to come here and crying? What the heck?
Let me cry
wrong?
at home.
Get yourself together, girl.
You can cry at home by yourself.
It was good, but it wasn't good. It wasn't good. That wasn't good.
Bianca said, yep, Black women are taught that men are just emotionally handicapped and incapable. But no, hold that man accountable. Accountability
oh my God.
is so important because, like I said, I know that men would not give women the same grace. In fact, they'll replace you before you even finish whatever it is that they didn't like.
While you over in the corner shaking.
They'll replace you instantly, but they would like you to be patient until literally what? We're not Sarah. We're not Sarah.
Not doing this.
Not 90 years worth of patience like that. And God, if you want to work on me with patience, I understand. But sometimes I think when it's just detrimental to your health, mental health is important.
Yeah.
Mental health, because I think you said it last week. Some people think, oh, because I don't beat her, so I'm not abusing her. But if you are mentally abusing this woman, you are emotionally destroying her. That is
I've
still
had plenty
abuse.
of men say, well, I'm not doing none of you. I ain't put my hands on you.
Right.
What you mean? You might as well. I would have rather you. And at one time, I remember... She said even Sarah laughed and gave up. Sarah
was tired too. It's a long time sometimes. The length that I think some men believe women should just be patient and endure and hold on and hang in there for the sake of love. And here's my thing, because the Bible said that love is patient and kind. It said all these things about love.
It does not boast. It does not brag.
But it didn't say that it emotionally destroys me or that it is physically making me ill because it's so toxic. It did not say those things.
Unhealthy.
It did not say it's unhealthy or manipulative. I think we have to talk to our daughters, nieces, and somebody needs to be talking. I was just about to say that, because we can do all the talking in the world to the girls. Who's addressing? Bianca, like you said, who is holding the men accountable? Do they hold themselves? Do you think they realize what they're doing?
Let's talk about these situationships.
But do you think they realize it?
Yeah, they know.
They know. Okay, she said they know.
Let's talk about these situationships where you have this.
Bianca said, she's singing, I'm not your superwoman. I'm not the
I'm
type of
just
girl
thinking about
that. You can let
I didn't
down
want to start
think
singing
that everything's okay.
I'm only you. Don't get me started.
Girl, she can sing. Y'all better get together, choir.
Shoot.
I'm not super.
No.
You will hang in there so much that you know what?
And you still going to be
and you're going to be empty on the inside. You're going to be empty because you've given and given and given. And somebody is taking and taking.
I got to skip over the situationship. I just had a thought. So we were talking about these rapper girls and stuff. I don't know their names and stuff. And what the girl say? I
can't say that out loud. Something is pink and something is brown. It's like
them kind of girls, them ones. Do you think they have gotten like this?
Because they tired?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
The Sukiyakis or whatever her name is. I don't know these people. I really just.
I just wonder, you know what? Maybe tired. They just say maybe they've dealt with
or they've seen.
Or they've seen it, or they've dealt with so many. I'm gonna say them hood guys, because you're not making that kind of song about.
What it say?
I'm not saying it. I'm not singing that song.
What is? You know it.
I know it. I do know it. I don't know why I know it, but I do know it. It's a very.
Can you see your teacher know that song?
Look, I ain't never said I was not. The Lord is still working on me. I always say that. He is still working on me, but I might twerk a little bit sometimes when I go out. I'm just saying.
And this is not
it's still in there.
Really like talk about them, but
the fact that they get to that point and they say, I don't really care anymore. I don't know why it's not coming up. She said no. Oh. She said, no, it's a lack of understanding the power of being a graceful woman. We are considered weak, so they strive for equality. Bianca, you must know the song.
Equality meaning what? Like
they can be. I feel like when they get to that point, it's like I can be equally as disrespectful.
That's what I'm trying to get to.
Unconcerned.
That's
and
what I want you to say.
As you can, because if you listen to the flip side of many of the lyrics and the songs that are out now, that it's like how many times
the women is like
you call them, but the men, I mean, you know, it's so many songs now. You calling a woman a B and a H and a this and a that. You calling her everything but a child of God. And it's like, don't you have a mother and a sister? Like, do you have daughters? Like, is this all you know? I don't even know how we got there. So maybe that's why these women are making these songs like that. She said, but the wrong type of equality. They see that these men are not being held accountable, so why should we?
That's what I wanted you to say.
And it's sad, but I think it's true. They just say, forget it. You know what? They can do it. We can do it. And that's where I have to think that maybe, do we want to match that kind of energy?
I don't.
I don't want to. I might know the lyrics and I might dance to it. But I'm out of the country. But I don't know if I want to match. She said it, Pound Town, just left Round Town. That's the what? Bianca, how you know that's what I was talking about? That's the song there. And I started to think, like, what happened?
But the girl said she was singing at church. I mean, what?
What happened when a woman would get to a point where
they just don't care no more?
They don't care anymore. And I pray God don't ever let me.
Or let my daughter.
Or my niece. Or
to get to that point.
Get to the point where they just
hate
that
y'all so bad. Whatever.
We are not matching that energy.
No,
I want to leave it. It's not cute. And then it gives a very bad depiction of women. You know? And I think there's I'm not going to say men get confused, because I could even see the difference. Go out one day, dressed completely business casual. You will get even the most hood man. I've been in some places sometimes and they, hey queen, how you doing?
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah.
So sometimes you present whatever you presenting, you know, that's what they calling you. But
so back to the situationship. So when you're in a situationship,
situationships, kumbaya.
And let's just say you're trying to get to know that person. When is there a cutoff? And you're trying to get to know a person and you're going through that struggle, love.
Now, when you say when is there a cutoff, like, do you mean like how long should we be dating before the next logical step happens?
Then, yeah. Where you're saying, like, this is a struggle and it's too much, you know, there might not even be anything toxic happening, but there's nothing happening. And it's still that struggle.
Because the struggle of nothing, for me, the kind of person that I am, and I think that's why I like Queen so much, is because we're very goal-oriented. We are, for the most part, we will organize something and attack it. And we will be vigilant in getting it done. So it's hard for me to be stagnant.
Me too.
So if anybody presents that to me, for me personally, I can't stay around very long and nothing is happening.
Right. So I
like no type of progress.
What we doing?
Yeah, what we doing? Bianca said, but it's also a defense mechanism so that the girls can't get hurt. And she says, once I feel uncomfortable and communication has been attempted with no results or response, I'm gone. And I understand that. And I feel like a woman or a man or anybody should give a person a fair amount of time. But progress, you can see progress. It's like visual.
But he's buying me his stuff here and there. He's, treating me well overall. He's respectful. He's clean. He's a gentleman. He has manners.
But I would say that a woman and
he has
a man,
a nice job.
They probably need to, in the beginning, talk about what do you want. And I don't mean with each other, just so we know if we're on the same page. Mm-hmm. Because if I'm dating for a purpose or with a purpose, and I say one day I would like to be married again, and you never want to be married, we already don't match. We don't need to waste each other's time.
That's right.
Unless we know.
But why do we do that?
Why do we still date them anyway?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I think sometimes women hope, and ladies, I think where we got to just understand when somebody, they will tell you, most importantly, they'll show you who they are. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that, Bianca. Ain't nobody got time for that.
What's she saying?
She said, I'm trying. That makes my skin.
Okay.
Like, don't try. Just do it. Do it already. Just like, do it. Get on with it.
She said, make us scared.
But I think that's where we need to, like, set some boundaries and then stick with them. Because I think the thing is this, is not even sometimes that women don't set boundaries. And you know what? It's funny because we can cut off a woman real quick. Let your friend, this is going to be a whole nother topic. Let your girlfriend do something you don't like, and you will kick her to the curb so quick, but you will give old boy 11 chances to keep making the same mistake, because it's not even a mistake. Why do we do that?
I don't know.
I think some of us, we sign up for the struggle because we see it. They clearly show it. Sabrina says, yes, boundaries and standards. Yes, boundaries is the word for
and it's some women that love the struggle. They like it.
Ladies, do y'all think it's women that like the struggle? Because who could like your blood pressure being high every day? Your blood pressure high. You getting gray hair before your time.
Girl.
You either gaining or losing weight. You looking bad in these streets. Bianca said, hopes of changing him. The I'm special, I'll prove it syndrome that women are taught to present to men. We got to know when to say bye and then mean it. Like, you know what? Ladies, when we get tired, we get to that point where we don't even talk no more. You just leave because you already planning your exit strategy. We need to be planning our exits sooner than later when you can see stagnant. When it's not going anywhere, we got to go. We got to bounce.
If I could go back and get the time back. Oh, Jesus.
So Sabrina says, some of my homegirls love the struggle, but that's where our disconnect is. So you really think that some ladies, how? Now see, this is where she and I, because I was like, I don't think anybody can love.
Tell it, girl.
How? Tell me, Sabrina. How does anybody love?
They love the dysfunction. Struggle? They love it. It's like a
kind of like
adrenaline.
Like that guy on that podcast interview when he was like, "You're not my type because I want you to be like my baby mama, where my baby daddy pat my head like that." Yeah. He said he loved that. Is that how some of these ladies love it?
Yeah, they like that. They like it. It gives them a rush.
It would just rush me to the hospital.
Girl, it did rush me to the hospital.
It would rush me to the hospital.
It did rush me to the hospital.
Because I feel like this. When you are in that struggle, love, you cannot be the best version of yourself, and you cannot produce like a top producer. And whatever it is that you're working on, or whatever your vision is, whatever, how can you
think
produce?
About what you're showing your children?
And Lord, the kids. like, what are you teaching? Just like Bianca said, I saw this at 5, so this is what was normal for me.
When did you say to yourself, Bianca, this can't be this is not how it's supposed to be? At what point in life did you reach that? Because I'll say...
Bianca said we need to teach our daughters the difference between mistakes and behavior. Because some stuff ain't even... Some of these dudes ain't even making a mistake. Like, they know what they doing. They know.
My ex-husband, he would always say, well, it was just a mistake. No, it was not.
Who husband?
My ex-husband.
Oh, I thought you said Mike. I'm like, oh, we saying names today?
Well, I can't say names. You just the one who won't let me.
Queen, because I can't go fight him. I don't want to fight. But mistakes versus behavior. This needs to be taught. That's very true because some men, it's not a mistake, bro. You cheated with Keisha 20 times. Bro. That's what my daughter say. I hate when she say that. She be like, bro. I'm like, I'm not your bro. But you cheat. They will go and cheat 20 times. Come back and tell the lady it's a mistake. And it's like, sir, did you mistakenly fall in her vagina? That's not a mistake. It's not a mistake. So accountability, boundaries, balance. All of those things are so important. And when you see struggle love being presented, hey John, that's I couldn't think of your last name to save my life.
Come on and talk.
Queen, I told Queen no man would come up today and have anything to say.
Come on.
Because I said men would feel attacked. Maybe she said, where's John?
Maybe men have experienced struggle love.
I don't think that. Well, I can't say that because I do know. I was about to say I don't think women present that to men, but you see, I had to shut my mouth.
Yeah,
I got myself together real quick because there are some women that present struggle love as well. But I think men present struggle love more often than women. I think we're the ones that go to therapy and get the counseling and get the help so that we can get out of struggle love situations. But I don't think men do the same thing.
Do you think a lot of situations where you're in struggle love is a product of their environment?
Absolutely. So I was telling Queen today about my daughter. I said, if it's true, which I believe is very true, that your parents are your first teachers, then my daughter has had a very good standard and lessons set for how a man should treat her with her father. He protects her. He provides for her. He's a good role model. He's an excellent example. She's not struggling for anything or fighting for anything. So she won't grow up one day and have a man, hopefully, because there's always an exception. But I'm going to rebuke that now. She won't, we're going to touch and agree. She won't grow up one day and then think that some man offering her the bare minimum is normal because she was never presented that.
Right.
Let me go back because it's a little debate here in these comments. So Sabrina said toxic everything. Yes. John said, oh Lord, what, John? Because we talking about y'all today. We want to hold y'all men accountable. You saying, oh Lord. He said, laughing my, you know what, off. What makes you think that? In therapy, that's what it got me out. Women are rescued every day by men. John, what men are rescuing? Because he said men are rescuing women every day.
Man, please.
Rescuing them. They don't want to
fight with you today, John.
I got strength today, John, to fight with you. So we're not talking about y'all, John. We just saying from experience. Some experiences.
So share your experience.
So
who are these women?
Who are these women and where the guys at this rescuing them? Because I want to be set. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Right. I need a sponsor.
He said the men that are providers and protectors. So we jokingly always ask this question. Do they, because I see the men,
still out there.
Is Pawpaw still out there? Because men always say these women don't cook and do this like grandma. That's because
Girl, I had a guy tell me that the men want these June Cleavers anymore. You know who June Cleaver was?
Leave it to Beaver's mother.
Yeah, like what?
John, where are the protectors and the providers? Because there's so many women that are doing everything.
John,
are they
just
there?
come on the live. I don't know why we playing this back and forth in the comments. You know you want to be on here.
Sabrina, you better say it. Sabrina, so John said if you are experiencing that, then there are other problems. Sabrina said providers are not doing 50-50 with anybody.
Oh,
hello,
girl,
sis.
was that last week?
It was last week, but say it again.
Say it again.
And John said men do want housewives. I wear a size 6.5 ring because I'm trying to be.
Why your fingers small? We'll talk about that later.
They not small. John, you know what? I don't think men want housewives, John.
I don't either.
These men, every time you turn around, what I'm seeing, every time somebody's posting something, it's always that fight about where's her money going? What is she doing? What is she bringing to the table?
Right.
And I'm like, I read
these
this
men
stuff.
out here getting
what
thumbs in y'all booty holes and
what? So I don't know.
All that stuff, gross. Ugh, no.
He said it's 50 the complaint of the century. Well, what woman likes it? Here's the thing, John. It's not even that I'm going to speak for myself because I can't speak for every woman. I don't think women don't want to help. I think that I don't want my help to be mandatory for our survival. Can you do this on your own? Because if there were no woman, you still have wants and needs and responsibilities. That's all I think.
Also, too, is 50-50 going to be 50-50? No, it's not.
It's not.
Most situations, it's 50-50 is going to rely more on the woman.
Sabrina said women want providers and protectors and good fathers and husbands. Amen.
Amen.
We touch and agree with you on today, Sabrina.
Send them, Lord.
Send them, Lord. that's what women want. John, most women wouldn't even complain if there was no need to complain. We don't just wake up one day and start complaining. That's not how it works. John said women want to work. Which women?
What did he say?
Which women, John? He said women want to work and earn equal incomes as men, but still want to be taken care of. Shaking my head. You can't have it both ways.
You that one. You did. You a part of them. He a part of the problem, ain't he?
John Queen said you a part of the problem. So you have to be what those type of men require. I don't know women that want to work, John. Let me rephrase that, because I actually enjoy some of the work that I do. I don't want to have to be responsible for being the provider. I want to let the man have that job.
Exactly.
And then I want to explore all the gifts that God gave me and not have to worry about keeping a roof over my head, food in my stomach, and clothes on my back. Now, can we do it? Absolutely, because so many women are doing it. But I don't think that is what women want.
And being able to take what we have together and build.
Sabrina says women have to work because. John said, I think I'm missing some of the comments. So what do you want to be responsible for? Well, John, if you're asking me what I want to be responsible for, or did I miss some of the comments here? Because I think I'm getting behind. And it's getting hot in here. I wish I had turned the air on. Should I go turn it on?
Go ahead.
I'm going to go turn the air on for Queen. Take this real quick. Let me turn on the air conditioner.
But John, I don't understand why you think that we want to work and it sounds like you saying we want to work and be in charge. No, not me. I don't want to work and be in charge. Or, I feel like the man is the leader. He's the provider. He should be, what the Bible, what God says he should be. So no, I don't agree with that. If that's what you're saying, why don't you just come on the live?
I'm back, John. If you're ready to fight, I turned the air on. It was getting so hot in here, sweating my makeup.
That's because of John.
Right, John just started fighting. Started making me hot in here. He said, So he said women don't want to cook, iron, or sew, but they think they deserve to be taken care of.
I know how to still sew.
Can I have my comfort pillow back?
Oh, okay.
It's the comfort pillow here. John, who said that women don't want to do that?
I do.
She want to cook, clean, and sew. I
told you we need to have a mixer.
I told John that I'm coming to his shop Monday because I'm going to learn how to do a haircut here.
I want to learn how to do a haircut.
I'm going to be the next barber. Is that what they call girls?
A barber shop.
They call girls barbers too. I'm going to be the next barber at his shop.
See,
but John,
they feel like you're taking over.
There are still women, John, who don't mind. The thing is this, we don't get to do those traditional things because we have to get up every day and go work, make the bacon, go buy the bacon, bring the bacon home, fry the bacon, serve the bacon, clean up the kitchen, and then start all over again.
Figure out how to stretch the bacon.
Figure out how to stretch the bacon. So do we even get an opportunity to do what you said women don't do? Sabrina said it's because some men have no idea what it takes to be a husband. They just be running their mouth, no disrespect. Hey, say it, sis. It is what it is. They have no idea. And where do they learn? I think we were talking one time. So many people, before they get married, they do marriage counseling. I think they should have couples counseling.
Well, people do couples
People do it. I think they should do it more.
They should do it more.
Casey says, right, a woman should be expected to supplement a man's lifestyle. John said that's a tired and lame excuse. If you have a provider, why do you have to work? Well, why do you have to work? John, I think I said 5 times, I don't know any women
I don't want to
that
work.
want. Well, I can't say that. Let me take this back. Because there are some things that I still would like to do. So I don't want to have to work, but
I don't want to work to provide. I want to work.
I don't want to work to provide. But John, now if you had a woman that just had a lot of different skills and talents and gifts, I don't think God gave those all to her to only. I'm not saying those things that she should do in the house are not important, but I think she should also utilize those gifts. Somebody said women have to work. Well, no, I don't. Most women work because they have to help make the money. It's men out here that are saying in the society that we live in this day and time, it takes two incomes. So why is she gonna sit home and do nothing and I'm the one out here doing all the work? John, that's not what I say, but that's what some of your brothers say.
Are we still talking about struggle love?
Well, I think all of this is a part of struggle. It's a part of struggle because, John, we struggling to love because we got to go to work every day. We struggling to love because we have to go to work. Sabrina said men do not make enough. Why? You know what? Then I think the conversation needs to be, baby, what can you do that can make you more money? Because if you pick something that don't make, good money, rethink that. Or you might have a woman that's a good businesswoman and she might be able to put you on and say, look, let me tell you about this here. What you think about this? But men don't listen, Sabrina. I don't think they listen.
Right.
John said we confused.
Ooh.
He said, what man don't make enough?
Oh my goodness.
He said, call them out and say their name. So he didn't say that part. I said,
you know me.
I said that part.
I like to name people.
And he said, how much is enough? Enough, you know what? I do believe this. Now, I believe if a woman does not want to work, she does need to be comfortable living off of what her husband can provide. Whatever his means can provide. Now, that's what enough is, John. Whatever his means can provide. Now, I don't mean he just only provides the bare minimum where you're living in poverty either, because I don't think any man should want to live in poverty. So I think just enough. I don't know how to answer that question. Sabrina said exactly. They settle for good morning factory jobs, etc. Oh, GM factory jobs, not careers.
Oh.
Sabrina.
Sabrina's.
You better, Sabrina,
This girl is on fire.
We gonna help you fight today, Sabrina. If they come for you, we gonna help you.
Who did it,
We gonna help you fight. We gonna help you fight. But John, it's a lot of men that don't have multiple streams of income like you do. So maybe those men are the men that don't make enough to say, I need her to help supplement my income. Maybe those are the ones.
Or maybe, John, you just running. I don't want to say that. Let me figure out how to say it, because I don't want to fight with John. This is not what we're doing. Maybe the women that are, who are these women that you're talking about? What kind of women have you experienced? Are these the women that you're, have been in relationship with? That it sounds like, but he sounded like he was mad last time, and he wasn't.
John not mad. He's just talking. He just saying how he feel. Are you mad, John, or you might be? So let me see here. Auntie need her glasses. So Casey says Sabrina is right. Men don't make enough money to live the lifestyle they desire, which is when they look to women to contribute to the household, which is wrong. John said, I'm responding to you ladies and ladies in the comments.
Oh, okay.
I agree that there are men who do not make enough money to live the lifestyle that they desire. So they want you to come or go rather and put your hours in and go out there and forget about the home and the kids. Don't let them raise themselves, I guess. Don't worry about them. You need to go and help make this money so that you guys can live that lifestyle. For who, I don't know. Now, I'm not saying I want to live a bad, poor, impoverished lifestyle.
Right, but I don't need 5 channels of SBN.
It's ESPN.
Oh, whatever. See? You see how unimportant
she don't even know what
it was. It wasn't necessary.
Right. Some of these things, we don't need them.
But just so they can look like they flex.
So they can look. So John said, shaking my head, only emotionally immature men get mad at crazy generalizations of women. So he said he's not mad.
That's right. See, I love you, John. See? Come on alive. Let's see your face.
John busy. He probably at his shop laying the floor down or doing electrical or something. Girl, he can do. John, Queen is very handy just like you. In fact, one day we're going to come up there and help you because I do a little work too. I don't like it. I do. John, I've had 2 different businesses where I've had to go in. When I had my studio, I went and I painted and I put down tile. Now, it was only peel and stick, but I put it down. I assisted in putting up the poles at the studio. And
she gonna get a hold of this.
I did a couple of different things. And the same thing at my venue. So I am handy, John.
You is.
I'm sorry. Don't come at me like that because I can't do as much as her, but I do a little something. What's up, sir? Now y'all can fight face.
All right, now carry on.
I know he was working. I see it. That's why you couldn't come.
I just came from football practice, and I had a couple heads to cut, so I was over there cutting.
Okay.
But now I'm done. Now I got time today.
Come cut a couple trees. I can do.
Yeah, I need some female energy in here ASAP.
Okay, ASAP. When I learn you start cutting
I'm about to pull up a chair and have a shot. I got time today. Now, what's up?
So, Queen,
we hear echo. What's going on?
How you ladies doing? How y'all doing?
How are you?
Can you hear me? Yep. Hold on. I got it hooked to the Bluetooth. Hold on. No, that's mute. Hold on 1 second.
Oh, John was going in these comments. He said there are women that will honor their white bosses before they honor their black man at home. Now let's talk about that. Ooh, John, I didn't even see that when you ready to start a fight today, huh? And Sabrina said she loves football. I had to go back and see. So, John, what? Tell us more.
What's going on with the struggle love?
Well, one thing about struggle love is that it's about what people tolerate. You know what I'm saying? Some people will look at love or some people be lonely. Some people will be like they have pressure on them from family members to get married or to have a certain mate. Like if your friends, you want to have a certain guy around your friends. You're not finna just take anybody around your friends. So struggle love is all about why you choose to deal with somebody. Ain't nobody gonna choose to deal with somebody that's not furthering them and advancing them on purpose. You know what I mean? So they end up doing that because of their own perceptions of who they date. You know what I mean? So we can't blame men. You got bums, you got good men. You know what I'm saying? You got rich assholes, you got humble poor guys. You got all kind of different guys. So when women sit up here and blame everybody else for their choices, is that responsible?
Now, wait a minute.
I'm
So let
just
me
saying,
ask you
like, you
this.
always saying it's somebody else. Like, you have no, like, oh, damn, I shouldn't have picked this nigga. I knew he ain't have a car. That's a red flag. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Or this nigga talking about his mama staying with him. That's a red flag. You know what I'm saying? It's red flags, but people ignore them and fuck with these guys anyway, get turned out, have babies, or whatever the case might be, whatever the scenario plays out. And then they get mad and blame the man. Well, if men would just stop if you would stop being that way, then I couldn't choose you. You know what I'm saying? That sounds crazy.
So, John, what do you want? What can you say then? Because there's so many women who say that there are not a lot of options out here. So
Tell them to turn the TV off and social media and go outside. They go outside,
so,
I guarantee you they'll find something different. I guarantee it.
now, I've had women say, so where should they be going, John? Where should they find these quality men?
Let me say it like this. If you want a good bra, what store are you going to?
I mean,
You're
I
going
like
to
Victoria's Secret.
a store with good bras. Hold on.
They at least measure, you know, you ain't about to go at Walmart and pick it up on your own.
What I'm saying is that you know where. What I'm saying is you know where to go to get a good bra, right?
Right.
When you want a good meal, you know where to go, right?
Right, but John, you gotta
don't say but yet. Don't say but yet.
Okay,
let me make the point. Then say but. Okay. Mm-hmm. I know it's a but coming, but just let me make this point first. Then make.
Sabrina said maybe other communities. That's what Sabrina said.
Well, hey, they got their set of problems too. You think your problem's gonna be solved because you go to Billy Ray?
I think the problems are different.
He got anti-black racist family members, so he might not be racist, but his uncle and grandparents and cousins and brothers and sisters is. So how you gonna fit in that equation? You know what I mean? But that's your choice. Like, women can go get it. It's about who you are. That's what I'm trying to get to. Like, if you're looking for a good man, you got to know where to go to find him. If you want a man that makes 6 figures, they only hang out in certain places. They're only in certain areas doing certain things. And women don't, well, I ain't gonna say women. A lot of people don't have access to those people, but say ain't no good men because they don't have access.
So Anitra said most women don't know where to go meet a good man.
And that's the problem.
Clubs and charity events or museums. And Sabrina says she's open to all races. She is not limiting her option to just.
Are you ladies single?
John said, "Are you ladies single?" Are you asking the ladies like everybody?
I'm asking the ladies that just commented.
Oh. Okay.
Because you have to know what you want and how to get it. You ain't gonna let nobody feed you no garbage. You gonna send that. Hold on. You gonna send that food back if it ain't right. You know what I mean? You're gonna return that item if it don't fit right. You know what I mean? But are you gonna just accept this man because you don't want to be lonely? And if you do that, you gotta accept everything that comes along with that choice. You see what I'm saying?
Sabrina says she's dating, so she's dating right now. And Anisha said, John,
is she complaining?
She said, Anisha said, you're making it seem like women should automatically know where to go and meet good men.
No, what I'm saying is that women should.
Single.
I said women should use their discretion.
But
if you know where to go to find a good bra and a good outfit and a good car and good meals, why wouldn't you know where to go find a good man? First of all, you have to define a good man to you. You have to know what's good to you. A lot of people use other people's definitions of good in order to try to make everybody around them conform to that. You see what I'm saying?
So Sabrina, Anitra, and any of my other ladies, what is a good man? John said define a good man.
Yeah,
and John,
first you gotta figure out what you like, what makes you feel good, what you think qualifies for you. Then you have to go after that. And you cannot accept nothing less than that. But don't complain about the pool because the pool is multiple fish. It's multiple species of animals in the pool, in the lake, in the river. You know what I mean? If you keep throwing your rod in and catching one type of fish, you need to change your bait.
But John, so if these ladies are seriously saying, we don't know where good men hang out, if you consider yourself a good man, where would they meet a man like
at
you?
work.
He said he at work, ladies.
I'm at
so
work. I'm somewhere building something. I'm somewhere building something up, or I'm doing something that's gonna help improve my situation.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I mean? Think on those lines first. Where would a good man be? Where would you want your man at if you was a wife? You know what I mean?
I don't want him at work all day. Gotta be
I'm
some
just saying,
balance.
what social settings would you want him in? Would you want him as part of some fraternities, or would you want him as part of some type of charity clubs, or would you want him as part of some type of social responsibility thing otherwise? You know what I mean? That's my point, ladies. It's a million different people out here, and ain't none of y'all seen everybody that's out here. So y'all already talking about giving up on black men and you ain't even been nowhere and seen everybody.
Wait. I don't think they said give up. I think they said they are keeping their options.
Yeah, why?
Just not limiting the options.
Why?
So
how's that limiting options if you black?
So real quick, you asked what a good man is. Sabrina said his character, integrity, leadership, etc. A good man is not to be defined as to just having a job or a car or paying bills. Mm-hmm. Anitra said, the point that I'm making is that I know where to find a good man now, but that wasn't always the case. Most people don't know where good men are. Why you gotta be making
cap,
John? But
that's what you call capping for the gram.
That's their so that's their reality. What are you saying?
That's what I'm saying is cap. Say that again. Read that again.
So let me go back. So Anisha just added on to the definition. She said a good man is a leader, lover, provider, and protector. That's what Anisha said. Sabrina said,
what does that comprise?
So Anisha, I get
that's too general. That's too general. You have to be more specific with what type of man you want that works for you. Not generalizations, because that could be everybody. That could be men, women, children. That could be everybody.
Well,
you know what I mean? I'm talking about the man that you want to marry. What do you want him to be like? What type of man would compliment you and make you feel good? That's the first thing you have to do.
Anitra said, how is being honest a cap?
Say it. Read it again, please. Read it one more time for me.
So Anitra's answer was a good man is a leader, lover.
Not that one. I'm talking about the one I called cap on.
Okay, so Sabrina said character, integrity, leadership, etc. A good man is not to be defined as to just having a job or a car or paying bills.
It was something else that was a part of that. It was something else. No, it was the one talking about she's not saying that she know where to find them now, but she didn't know where to find them before. That's what I mean was cap.
Oh, so she said the point that she's making is that she knows where to find a good man now, but that wasn't always the case. Mm-hmm. Most people don't know where the good men are. But John, she's telling you this is her experience and most maybe of her friends or whoever. So this is probably her reality. Okay. Or it was before.
If you bake a cake, right? If you don't know how to bake a cake, are you just gonna say, fuck it, I don't know how to bake a cake? Or are you gonna try to seek the knowledge and information that you need to bake your cake?
People do.
Anyway, like I would disrespect you, lady. I would never disrespect you, lady. I apologize if you felt that way, but I'm just reacting. Listen,
them in the comments, they felt
anybody who wants to know something should know where to go and find that answer. If they don't, that should be their mission. You see what I'm saying? If you got a job opportunity, you go to college so that you can learn what you don't know, right? You go to school to learn what you don't know, right? Because you
yes, but John, there are plenty of people who don't know things.
I know that.
Let me finish. And they don't know where to find it. And if somebody does, that's like if she's my friend and I don't know, and she said, I know, I'm going to ask her. So these ladies are asking you.
So is it the man's fault that they don't know where to find a good man? Is it the man's fault that a woman don't know how to find a good man or where to find a good man?
Really, we ain't supposed to be looking for him because it says he.
See, you going off. See what I'm saying? Deflection.
I'm just saying.
Question.
I'm not gonna say that a woman should be looking for a man. I don't feel that way.
We're not talking about that looking or not looking.
No,
I said
it's not.
the question here, the topic
Not the
here
man's
was
fault.
you just got through saying most people don't know where to look.
That's
So
because
I
they're
said
telling
that if
they're
they don't
telling
know
you
where
they
to
don't know
look,
where to look.
hold on, right.
then
So if they
you
don't know where to look, is that our
No.
fault or their fault?
No.
Whose fault is it that they don't know where to look? It's
But if you
their
know the
fault,
answer,
right?
you don't want to tell them the answer.
That is the answer.
What's your answer, John?
The answer is find out. If you don't know, go find out.
We're not accepting that answer from you today.
I know, because you don't want to do nothing. You want it all done for you.
We're not accepting
And when it
that
ain't
answer
done
from
for you, you want to blame us. When it ain't done for you, you want to play victim and say, oh, these bad men, these terrible men. But you're not even putting
they're
forth,
not playing victim.
you're not even
They're
putting
just
forth effort to learn about what's good to you and what helps you and what makes you happy. I can't
God,
tell
don't.
you that you
So
happy.
are you telling me that men don't vent about their experience? They're
Men
sharing
don't
it.
know because we'll be called emotional.
But that's
We'll be
not our
called
problem
irrational.
that y'all don't
We'll
get
be
it off your
called
chest.
bitch ass.
Is that our fault that y'all be called emotional?
No, yes it is, because y'all calling us that.
Now he blaming
Y'all the
us.
ones calling us that. So of
I'm
course it's
talking
your
about your
fault.
homeboys. If you've been to your
My
homeboys,
homeboys don't never call me emotional. They listen to what I got to say because they relate to me. Women can't relate to men, and they don't try to.
Anitra
That's why it's a
said
problem.
if she don't know how to bake the cake, she just not baking the cake.
Then she can't complain about not having no goddamn cake. Simple
So
as that.
Anitra said,
If you don't want the cake, you don't want it. But don't say that, oh, I don't know where to look for it, so I guess it ain't no good ones out here. Get the hell out of here with that, man. Come on.
wait,
So,
but
I'm
did
sorry.
she
I don't
say
mean
that?
no disrespect to
But
nobody. That's just how I
does
talk.
that mean that's what she was saying? I don't think that's what she was saying. That means there's no good ones out here. I definitely believe
She
there's
said people don't
men
know
out
where to
here.
look. She said people don't know where to look.
So let me say
And she used that as an excuse. She said it in a way for it to be an excuse for not being able to find a good man, because most don't know where to look, as if they so scarce that the average person just don't know where to go.
a
But
lot
that's
of
not the
John, a
case.
lot of women that I hear talk do feel like a good man.
But is it right? That's the thing. If
I
they
can't be
feel
the
that
judge of
way,
that.
your feelings don't dictate the truth.
I
You
can't
know
be
what
the
I
judge
mean?
if they right or wrong. That's their experience. But let me say, so Anitra said, I'm super transparent. I'm not going to lie about a topic like this. She said, I want a man to be able to guide our household in the right direction, love me in the way that I desire to be loved, protect me physically and emotionally, and provide for the household. My response to him to elaborate on what I look for in a good man. So she just gave
Okay.
you her answer.
The realest thing she said was that I want a guy to love me the way I want to be
But
loved.
she
So
feel
what
like
you
her whole
hold
answer
on.
is real.
It is real. It is. I'm saying, to me, in my opinion, the realest thing she said was that she wants somebody to love her the way she wants to be loved. So that's what she needs to define. How do I want to be loved? And then you find somebody that does that. You know what I mean? There's plenty to a bumette. A bum is a good man. You see what I'm saying? That's a step up to a bumette. So what I'm saying is it's subjective. Good man is subjective. So you have to figure out what level you're on, what makes you comfortable, what makes you feel happy, and then you pursue that. Not to pursue or chase, but you know what I'm saying. That's what you accept into your life, because you got all kinds in you. They might not be the package you're looking for, but you got all kinds around you. You got all kinds in your face every day. If you ain't sitting in the house all day, then you coming across some good men. You
And
just
that's
don't. They
John,
might not
I'm
be in the
gonna
proper
say that's
package.
one of the realest things you said, because I tell ladies often, unless he is a delivery guy or something like that, he probably not gonna come just ring the doorbell.
Right.
So you do actually have to go out into the world and be available to meet people
And not even
if
just
you want to
being
meet people.
available, but be observant and see what's going on in the world. Because a lot of people get their ideas of what the world is about from news, TV, radio, media, social media. They don't get out in the world and they say, well, I see a lot of people online saying this, or I see a lot of people online saying that, or a lot of people I know was saying this, or I read this book where they said this, or I watched this TV show where they were saying this. So that must be true. You see what I mean? You have to get out there and see it for yourself.
Anitra said I made a valid statement. Most women do not know where good men are. She said she never made a comment about her not knowing where to find one. And Sabrina said she gonna say it again. Say no to struggle love.
You got to define struggle love.
John, you
How
was
do you
late.
fall in love with a struggle?
Sir.
How do you fall in love with a struggle?
No, I don't know how. I don't know how people fall in love with struggle because I don't love struggle.
Nobody loves struggle.
But
Nobody.
they said, but now some of the ladies said that they do think that some of their friends do love struggle. I said I don't think that's possible.
But are they blaming men for them running across bums? If they are, they need to check themselves.
You've seen. I know you came across women that love dysfunction. They just
I know, and I stay away from them. I don't choose them. I don't entertain them. That's that. So you won't hear me complaining about that. What you're gonna hear me complaining about is if I went out on a date and the woman was on her phone all day and not paying attention to me.
I know that's
or
right.
If I go out and she not receptive, not conversating, she not listening to me, she not trying to understand me and learn me. That's my complaint. And that's when I walk away.
Get you a clone, John.
Anitra said struggle love is building a man from the ground up.
Who does that?
Not I.
Who does that? That sounds like a project. Who does that?
Build a bear.
Only people that do that is people who lead with their money. And it's a lot of women who lead with their money to try to trap, or not trap, but to try to catch a man.
Really? Because we don't even want to take our money out our purse.
Prime example.
It's
so prime example.
What is it?
Prime example.
Come on,
prime
John.
Example.
It's for women, isn't it?
Prime example. I dated a nurse, 51 years old. Been a nurse 27 years. Plenty money, plenty sense. You know what I'm saying?
51, John.
She wanted.
How old are you?
I'm 47.
You wanted a sugar mama.
I didn't want nothing. I just met her. You know what I'm saying? I met her and liked her. You know.
Okay.
I didn't even know how old she was when I initially met her. So that don't, I don't care. That don't matter to me.
I just wanted to clarify.
Yeah. So I just meet people and I stay objective as I meet them. You know what I mean? I don't judge them based on my past experience. If I had a bold experience with one woman, I'm gonna start over new with a new woman and let's see what's happening. Let's see what she's talking about. You know what I mean? And I don't never have constant disappointments. It's only when I date the rats that I like. I like rats.
So what happened to the
I ain't gonna lie.
What happened to the 50?
And then we gonna talk
Wait
about
a minute. Did he say he like?
Yes,
Did he say you like rats?
That was my problem. That was my problem for years. Is that I always liked rats because they were the most.
But I told you that before. That men like.
This is why. This is why.
Rats.
This is why. I like the rats because they were the most sexually entertaining people that I've ever experienced. And that's the only reason that's the only purpose they served in my life. I didn't need them to buy me nothing. I didn't need them to pay no bills. I didn't need them to cook no meals. I didn't need them to sew and iron or none of that. I just needed them to entertain me sexually. And I never complained about them, but I understood who they were. And I understood their purpose.
So let me ask you this. So you don't think that a woman that wasn't a rat could have provided that?
Hell yeah, she can. I've experienced several of them too. I said the most. Okay. I didn't say the only. I said the most. And that's because that's what I was looking for at the time. I didn't need a woman laying up under my armpits at the time. You know what I mean? I was working, hustling, grinding, building my shit up, and I felt like a woman would have been a distraction. So I dealt with the entertainers, the rats.
I hear you.
And it ain't got nothing to do with easy because even hood rats got standards. You know what I'm saying? They don't go around fucking on everybody. Not all a rat. A hood rat just means she's from the hood and loud and obnoxious and ghetto and ratchet. It don't mean she a hoe. You know what I'm saying?
But before you go back to the nurse, Sabrina says she judges based on past experiences, so she won't make the same mistake again. And it sound like easy. She said easy women, John.
I seen
not
that.
women with worse standards.
And I addressed
This is what Sabrina said.
Her standard was me, though. Her standard was me. Her standard was me. So what do you mean? She had a good standard if she chose me. So what that got to do with that? I'm trying to tell y'all, you got to stop generalizing. Just because people say hood rats don't mean we talking about slut chicks that'll fuck anybody. We talking about ladies from the hood that's ratchet. Everybody ain't Sexy Red. Everybody ain't Sukiana. Everybody ain't one of them bitches. You see
Sabrina said, well,
word.
damn.
So I'm just being totally transparent
Now,
and
tell us
honest right
about
now
the nurse.
and real.
What happened to the nurse?
Okay, the nurse. So she wanted to shower me with gifts all the time. I'll come over there. She got a brand new North Face coat for me, or she want to buy this, just buying shit. We go to the restaurant. She pulling her credit card. I done had to take her card from her so that I could pay. You know what I mean? I done had to put money in one of her purses. She got 15 damn designer purses in her room, and don't even wear none of them. So I would take the money and slide them in one of them. So if she called me and asked me, I'd tell her it's already in her room. You know what I'm saying? I don't like women doing that for me. I don't like that because any woman that'll do that is trying to control you. She wants you to move in her house. She don't want to go get a house together. She wants to be in total control of everything. That was her issue. And she was a good woman. High income earner, good looking woman, in shape. She was a good woman. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. It's all subjective. There is no blueprint for good. Good is subjective. However you feel that you like at the time, that's good to you. And you need to stay true to that instead of what somebody else might say is good. Because you might feel embarrassed if you take a guy around that don't meet your girlfriend's standard. Like, girl, you could do better than that. But this man make you happy. This man, you remember that movie with Gabrielle Union and Idris Elba? Daddy's Little Girls?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Now you remember he met the lawyer and he was just a mechanic?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She ended up liking him, his spirit, because of who he was as a good man. Money come and go. My income can change tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? But my character and personality defines who I am. So that's another thing that you have to, that women have it's tough on women because you have to make that decision and discernment between potential and just user or manipulator. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of hard for y'all, and I'll give y'all that. But ain't nothing worth having easy. So you have to work and have to figure it out. Me, you know how I figured it out? When I date people, I ask questions that's going to tell me what I need to know without them knowing that's what I'm looking for. You see what I'm saying?
Let me ask you this question. So for the ladies who are saying that it's a lot of struggle love out there, you're saying they need to take accountability because that is what they are
bringing on themselves.
That's what they're accepting. They are accepting it.
Anitra
Nobody
said
can do
character and
Ain't no men
potential.
out here raping nobody. So if women giving their bodies up and choosing these men, that's on them. You see what I'm saying? It's not on the guy. I know so many women that say, oh, all he wanted was sex and blah, blah, blah. I said, no, lady, he liked you. But after y'all had sex, he seen something that he didn't like no more. You know what I mean? So y'all might have had sex too soon. You see what I'm saying? And that's where I took that personal because I chose to stop having sex so quick. You know what I mean? Because I want to know more. I know the sex game gonna be decent to great. You know what I'm saying? So that's the last thing I'm worried about. You know, I'm not worried about sex. I'm worried about, can I wake up next to your ass, or do I need to get up and go wash off in the sink and go home? You know what I'm saying?
Anitra said character. She said character and potential do not pay bills. And she says, I think the accountability falls on both parties.
Johnny, drop the phone.
She says some women need to choose better and some men need to be better. And Sabrina said, I don't have, oops, what did I push? She said, what did I just push here? Sabrina said, I don't have children, so I try to date men without children. My circle is pretty much in the younger, mature sector. Different races of men, acting nothing like black men, especially the younger men. I'm sorry, she said different races of men act nothing like black men, especially the younger men. What? So John, let's go back first to what Anitra said, because she's saying it's not just the woman's place.
Bring her on.
We
bring her on.
John, we can't yet because it's gonna cut you off. But to back up to what Anitra said, she said both people need to take responsibility. Women need to choose better and men need to be better. I agree. Both. It's not just one.
So if I'm a man, who do I care about?
Well,
I care
if you a
about the
selfish
women,
man,
right?
if you well,
I care about the women, right?
It depends on what kind of man you are.
If I'm a man, my concern is a woman, not another man, right? If you're a woman, your concern is a man, not another woman, right?
That's not true. I'm concerned about my fellow women.
No, I'm talking about in that situation. See, stop it.
But that's
Stop
not
trying
what
to make
she
yourself
said.
right.
Because you trying to change and make her wrong, and that's not.
I'm not trying to make nobody wrong. I'm just making a point.
What she said.
I'm making a point. Yes, everybody should be accountable, but it's always women saying men need to. You never hear women holding themselves or other women accountable. You never hear women saying, girl, that was you.
Yes,
that's you that chose that nigga. That's you that went out like that.
Yeah.
You never hear them girls talk to each other like that. They get in a powwow. Yeah, girl, sister girl power. Sister girl power activate.
Women hold women accountable.
No, they don't.
All the time.
No, they don't. They hold them accountable for the clothes they wear and how their hair looks. And if they makeup on, they hold them accountable. Girl, go wash your face. That makeup don't look right. Girl, fix your hair. It ain't looking right. Girl, that shirt don't look good on you. That's when y'all hold each other accountable. But when she comes to you crying, when she comes to you crying,
all the time.
When she comes to you crying and upset because this nigga done did her wrong, do you ever say, look, girl, sound like that was you?
Yes, we do all the time.
She has said it to me.
John, let me tell you something. All the time, we do. And we even say, that's because we ask all the time, do men actually hold men accountable? And do they hold themselves accountable?
Men do not hang with deadbeat dads. If you don't take care of your kids, you're not around me. Period.
You don't hang with
a real man, though. I'm talking about real men. And I consider myself a real man.
That hold each other accountable.
John, Anitra said that you hear a few words and you tune everything else out. I'm gonna have to agree with her a little bit, John, because
who hurt you, John? Who hurt you?
John, do you need a hug?
Come on,
see how the deflection goes, ladies. Y'all see how that goes.
It's not deflected.
Y'all see how that goes. Deflection. All of a sudden, I'm hurt now because I'm telling the truth.
No,
so now I'm hurt.
I'm just messing.
No, that's a truth because you can admit that women do it too. So it's a truth.
But no, because plenty of women hold other women accountable. So I can't agree with that part.
Where? When it's always women blaming men.
We right here. We right here. So I can look at her.
You're not holding the ladies in the comments accountable.
It's not my place to hold them accountable. It's my place to open a conversation.
See what I'm saying? Nah, it ain't your place, huh?
They're not saying anything I think I need to hold them accountable for. They are speaking their truth.
I hope y'all see what I'm saying.
They are speaking their truth, and I can't hold them accountable for their truth. They said this is what happened in the past. She said, see, that's what I'm saying, John. She said you're not listening. She said before she did not know where to meet these men. And she also said there are women who don't know. That is her truth. That's not for me to hold.
Has she ever been in struggle love before?
Anitra, John is asking, have you been in struggle love? And let me catch up on the comments. So Anitra says, tell the truth, but listen to the full comment that's being read. And she said about not hanging with deadbeat men. What does she need to hold us accountable for? What did I say that was inaccurate? Sabrina said that should be a man code, just like women checking our homegirls about toxic stuff. So that's the point I was making too.
It is.
Them telling about their experience, and one clearly said in the past, why am I going to hold her accountable for her past? She already said I don't.
Let me say this, right? Let me say this to defend myself, right? Just let me clarify before you interrupt, okay? I'm going to clarify my statement.
And Anitra said that she's never been in struggle love, by the way.
Okay, so how can she even speak on struggle love? That's what I'm saying.
Her best friend might be in struggle love right now.
There's too many people from the outside looking in, judging a situation that they never even been in before and trying to make it law. You know what I mean? If anybody dealt with one person that did them wrong in their past, you do not generalize every man based on that one experience. That's what I mean.
Sabrina,
I'm not minimizing your experiences. What I'm telling you is that what you went through is what you went through. Now move on. heal from it, and move to the next
So,
guy with
John,
that lesson that you learned from the last one.
Sabrina says she agrees with you. Anitra says she did not speak on struggle love. She said she defined it. And she said if you would listen, she said if you would listen to everything, because she said you pick one part out.
I heard what she said.
That's what she said, John.
I can comprehend now. You know what I'm saying?
I
heard
want to make sure.
Said, and I responded to what was said, because when she says a statement and then brings supporting evidence, which means that statement is what the statement was. You see what I mean? So I'm not, even if you, just because I don't let you, well, I ain't gonna say I don't let you, and I do need to work on that, by the way. I will admit that, because I do tend to cut people off, and I've been trying my hardest to work on that, so please forgive me. However, when I'm talking about...
Let us grasp the apology first. You move past it so fast. We want to hold on a second.
But I mean, y'all can't wait to get an opportunity to just...
No,
accept it.
Why you so defensive today?
We're just forgiving you. We want to say thank you.
Why we can't take a second to acknowledge the apology?
Thank you.
Hey, listen.
Take a little sip of your drink. Hold on. Take a sip.
I ain't even poured it yet. I ain't even had a chance to pour it.
What? Because
I don't know if I want him to pour it, because he might be a lot different.
You on 10. I need you to...
These are conversations that need to be had, though. And I'm not angry. I'm just responding.
We know you're not.
Please.
We know you're not. That's why
I
said,
like, one thing that I've noticed in the world, right? And I've been I've been around the city. I've been around the states, a few states, you know, and I'm objective enough to try to judge people based on their own merits, right? Like, say for instance, I got a thing about Aries women, right? I feel like all Aries women are the same, and I don't want to date them, right? So I know it's wrong, but that's just how I feel about Aries women, right? Now, that's another point I wanted to make. Just because you feeling a way about something, or just because that's your way of seeing it, does not make it the truth. So people cannot substitute truth for their feelings. You see what I mean? So just because you feel this way doesn't mean you're right in feeling that way. You might be wrong to feel that way. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I mean by accountability. Ask questions. Okay, so what was your role in it? You say what Pookie did to you. How was Pookie when you met him? You see what I'm saying? I know you've seen signs in Pookie that he was a Pookie. You know, did you ignore him? Or was the sex that great? Or did his personality that bomb that you just wanted to be with him anyway? Like, that's what I mean by holding accountable. What was your role in this thing? And how could you have changed it? How could you have changed the outcome?
So, John, and so what I'm saying, when you said that women don't hold women accountable, I said there are plenty women who do exactly what you just said. When they hear their girlfriend saying some nonsense, because that's what it is. When you only tell half the story, it's some nonsense. They do say, so you said that women don't do that.
You
so
always only hear half the story, though.
Well,
and will you probe her to tell you the rest of the story?
Even with half the story, there are still women that hold other women accountable.
How can you hold somebody accountable with half the story?
Because here's the thing, when just like you just said, if your girlfriend is telling you over and over and over and over again, look at what this man is doing. Look at what this man is doing. Look at what he's doing. It's like, well, why are you letting him?
I love him.
But then you have the girlfriend that'll say, why are you staying? I don't need to hear his half. I can say, why are you allowing him to do this if it's not good enough for you? That's holding her accountable for her part in it. I don't need to hear her.
You know what the girl gonna say? Whose side you on anyway?
Not
you, my friend.
John,
you my friend.
I think you mean. I don't know where you're getting this from. I don't know where you're getting this from.
You're talking to a guy that used to host Battle of the Sexes.
That's
conversations
fine,
like this
at
his house. I used to have these at my house all the time. And we used to go live while we was at the house for other people to join in.
But John,
I'm constantly having these conversations.
Right. So that's still only some women. That's not all.
It ain't never all.
Right. So
these are the ones we talking about here, though. But we talking about those ones, though. We're not talking about the ones that's the exception.
But we
talking about those.
You just asked the question: do women hold women accountable?
My definition of accountable is different than yours.
Well, I don't know how many definitions of holding somebody accountable there could be.
It depends on the situation. If I'm out here committing crimes, you can hold me accountable for that. What's wrong with you, dog? Why you out here stealing? If I'm out here womanizing women and not taking care of my kids, my homeboy can say, bro, you out of bounds. What's wrong with you, dog? You know, I ain't fucking with you.
Sabrina
That's accountability on every level. If I'm out here at work and I'm slacking at work, and one of my coworkers say, look, bro, I see something going on with you. You all right? You good? Because you're slacking. That's accountability. It's different forms of accountability based on the situation.
But holding somebody accountable, you're right, it's different forms. It doesn't deflect the fact that you're still holding them accountable based on the information that you have. Sabrina said, I like John, let him speak his truth. And Anitra said, why he cut you off? She said, why he can't let you finish your scenario? So Sabrina said, I need to let you speak. Anitra said, you need to listen, John, and let me finish.
Yes, ma'am.
She said,
yes,
you need to. She said, Anitra said at this point, just let John be the host because he's not letting nobody talk.
John, you trying to take over.
John, you trying
to mad. Y'all mad. See what happened when they don't like what you say?
John, who
See what happened when they don't like what you say?
Defensive?
Gotta find something. Oh, he telling the truth, but he cutting people off.
You don't
gotta find something wrong. Got to find something wrong.
Is cutting people off not wrong though?
Wrong, and I apologize for that.
Because Anitra said you deflected. But let's bring this back. That's what Anitra said, though.
Stay focused.
That's what she said. I'm just saying what she said, John.
Stay focused.
And she said she's actually in a good mood today, so she said she's not angry. But to bring it back, so since we always say no men actually come up, I'm going back to what my lady said. Yes, struggle love very much does exist.
And it's
fault. And no, there's John.
That's what
you're not listening.
I heard earlier, right? That's what I heard everybody saying, that it's the man's fault who struggles. All the women said when a man he's a bum, or when he ain't got this. What about the woman?
John, what was you watching, John?
Love and Hip Hop?
Who said that
earlier? And what about the woman who said that other races don't act like black men act? What's up? That's a whole generalization about all black men. She didn't say some black men. She didn't say a few or a couple. She said black men. They don't act like other races. That was a shot at black men.
Sabrina, did you say that, Sabrina? Because
I'm gonna go back. Who it was. I can't read the comments, but I heard you read it. And she said that something about other races don't act like black men, especially the younger ones. That's what she said. And I'm like, I wanted to elaborate on that, but we got off of that so tough. That there is a problem. Because first of all, you comparing black experiences to other races, which you can't compare. If you really want to get deep, black experience here in this country has been totally unique and individualized to black men. You don't have anybody on earth being treated the same way black men are being treated. So there in itself, you cannot compare the two. Whenever you try to compare black men to Europeans, black men is gonna always fall short because Europeans have white privilege. You see what I'm saying? Other races have racial privilege. Black men don't.
John.
So you can't look at us the same way you look at them Hispanics and them Asians and them Mexicans and everybody else and them white men, because we're totally different.
Anitra said it's a lot of aggression going towards Sabrina. And Sabrina said she made this comment because they were raised differently. That was her point. They were raised differently.
How you know? See the generalization? How you know these people was raised? You don't know these people from Adam. How you know they raised?
You know she don't know them, John. How you know she don't know?
Because she still haven't gave specific examples. She's just saying men, black men, or other races. She's not saying
give her a chance. She typed it. Maybe she can't type that fast.
I know Hispanics that was raised in the hood, but they still good men. They still got wives and kids and take care of their families. I know other white boys that was raised in the hood, but they still got their white privilege.
Sabrina said, so here's the thing. she said, how do you know? Because you asking her, how does she know? How do you know she don't know?
I know that it's not true. That's how I know.
She said she's dated them. That's how she knows.
How many? And where? So let's speak on the ones you dated. And I'm not trying to be aggressive. Please don't take that like this is the way I'm serious about when I talk. That's all. I'm not aggressive. I'm not mad. I don't buck up on women. I don't dog women. I don't abuse women. I'm just having a general conversation here, and I'm emphatic about what I'm talking about. That's all, man. But you can't say that unless you dated that person. So when you date somebody, say, man, I dated this one guy that was like this and that. So when you go date the next guy, don't have it in your head, man, I hope this nigga ain't like this guy. You just be cool and see what the guy is. Let him show you who he is.
I was just about to say.
And I told you it was wrong. I said it was wrong.
We just want to check that you don't make.
I was wrong for that. I did. I said I feel that way about Aries, and I know it's wrong, but I just can't help feeling that way. You know what I'm saying?
Just help feeling that
I know,
way.
but they feel. I said my feelings was wrong, though. I said my feelings was wrong. Can they say that?
She said, well, yes, Sabrina said that y'all good. Y'all just conversing. She not mad at
nothing. We good. I hope y'all don't take it that way, because a lot of women are combative, and a lot of sucker ass men will combat with a woman back and forth. I'm not that guy. I just want to talk and have a real good conversation. And sometimes we might feel a little strong about what we're saying, but that don't mean I'm angry or upset or striking out at nobody. So I don't know you ladies. I don't want you ladies having that impression of me in your mouths. You know what I'm saying? I want y'all to have a good impression of me.
We hear you, John. So to recap, because we got to close this soon. So my ladies, I still, to my understanding, and ladies, correct me if I'm wrong, because they are still saying it is so much struggle love out here, and it's so many men that are comfortable presenting that to women. And they're also saying that it goes both ways, that John throwing his hands up. I'm not even finished.
Go ahead.
Why you gotta go on this, John, while I'm still talking?
Finish. I'm sorry. I didn't say nothing. I just did that.
Your body language is saying everything. Your body language.
Yeah, but keep talking. I didn't interrupt you. Keep talking. I want to hear the rest.
You see, John, you see how you acted. So, and then Anitra chimed in and said, both people should be accountable. The women should be accountable for dealing with these situations consistently, and also the men should be accountable for presenting these situations and being comfortable presenting it to women. Anitra, correct me if I got that wrong, because I just want to sum this up, because that is her opinion. That's other women's opinion, and everybody is entitled to their opinion. And if I'm not misunderstanding, John is saying, women, you need to be more careful because you're picking it or allowing it. Is that right, John?
No, this is what I'm saying, right? She just got through saying that men present this to women. So she blamed men for the struggle love. I'll say that and rest my case.
So Anitra said, I know someone in a struggle love situation, and I see the Facebook posts of women that are in struggle love. It's definitely out there. You got my statement right. Okay, thank you. At least I got yours right.
Okay, now let me ask you this too. Let me ask you this for your statement. That one that you know that's in struggle love, is she happy?
So I'm
asking the lady who says she knows someone in a struggle love situation.
So Anitra, John is
that lady happy in her struggle love situation?
Asking if she's happy, Anitra. I think I know the answer, but I'm gonna let Anitra answer.
Mm-hmm. How you think you know the answer? See what I mean?
Because I think I'm entitled to what I think. I did not say I know the answer. I said I think I know the answer. John, you don't like to listen either. You say we don't like to listen.
But y'all know, you got to understand what this sounds like in my head.
But that's just in your head, though.
Right.
That's your head.
You wanted my opinion. Right. So that's why I'm giving
and I just said I think I know. I did not say I do know.
Okay. But let her answer.
Right. We waiting on her. We waiting on her answer right now.
Now, one thing that I can say
She
is
said
if
she
a
answered.
woman,
Wait. She answered the question. She said she's not happy, but she pretends to be
how you know
for the
she's
internet.
pretending? See what I mean? Why are you judging this woman?
Hey, John, you can't ask a question and then you dissect
No,
everybody's
yeah,
answer.
I have to. I want to get to the heart of
So
the
can they
situation.
dissect your answers too? Because you asked her and she
Yes.
answered it.
Anything you put out there is open to interpretation and open to
So she
question.
gave her answer though.
And I said, how does she know she's faking?
Anitra,
How do you know she's faking is my next question.
she says this is someone that calls her every day about the issue. So that's how she knows.
So why would she pretend if y'all close like that, right? Why would she pretend to you? Like, why couldn't she be real with you and say, look, I don't like this situation? Is she embarrassed about it? And
That's
she's
just
trying
what
to
she
act
just
like
said.
she's not happy?
I don't think you listening. She said she said she knows because the girl calls her every day and complains about it. That's how she knows.
How many
You gotta
times
listen,
do you
sir.
call your girl? How many times do you call your girl and complain about the babe?
I call my friend a
And
lot. A lot.
Complain about the babe, but do you leave him?
You talking about me?
And you specifically in this situation, how many do you complain to your girls about stuff that you don't like about your babe?
About my baby? I've told her things.
Yes,
but
you work it out though, right? You work it out and then you continue and carry on, right?
Depends on what it is. It depends on what it is.
How would you feel if your girl told you, girl, you faking? I know you ain't happy over there. You need to just leave. You faking.
But that's not what she said.
That's exactly what she's saying. She's saying that she pretends to be happy, but she knows she's not.
John, listen. She said her friend posts every day, and it appears, she said she could see that it's struggle of because online it looks like it's happy. But let me finish. Hold on. She said her friend calls her and is complaining to her, telling her the truth about the matter.
So that means she's faking? Oh, answer. I'm just asking a question. Don't get upset.
Yes.
Just ask a question.
Upset.
John, you're the only person upset. Nobody else.
You was rolling your eyes like,
because you literally just heard me say the answer. She just said yes.
Listen, I'm asking questions. I'm probing here. I'm not discounting her answer. I'm just asking another question.
Okay, so this is her answer. She's answering it again for you. Okay. She says she complains to me on the phone, but during holidays or birthdays, it's, oh, I love him on Facebook. So she's telling you that your answer right there. That's how she knows she faking.
Okay, now I can't speak on truth or not, but what I can say is how, like, if I express myself to my homeboy and he told me to quit capping, I would feel some type of way. All things ain't gonna be beautiful, but at the end of the day, she might be in in the same position as the guy. You see what I'm saying? And that way they can be compatible. It might be struggle love from the outside looking in, but you can't judge a situation that you're not into and that you've never been in based on an outside definition. So all I'm asking in conclusion is why would a person choose to stay in a toxic situation? Why?
I don't think we don't have an answer for that.
I know,
but I still think that you misunderstood her. She's saying that her friend is literally telling her she's not happy, so that's how she knows that her friend is not happy.
Okay, if she's not happy, has she counseled her friend to leave the situation?
Anitra, he's asking, have you told your friend that she should leave? She said her friend is struggling. I'm thinking,
Anitra, come have a drink with me.
I think Anitra's answer, she just said, struggling financially and emotionally. I literally knew everything as if I was in the marriage. So the friend
is the woman struggling that way too? Is the woman struggling financially too?
They married.
Is the woman struggling financially also, or is it just the man and she's carrying him?
She said, I never told her to leave because she threatened to leave and never did. She said, let's go get a burger. John Anisha said, let's go get a burger. So I
Where
don't.
you at? Meet me at Five Guys right now.
Anisha, he said, meet him at Five Guys right now.
No, I don't eat red meat, so let's go get a turkey burger.
She said she can't type all of this, John. She said it's too much to type.
That's why I told her to come have a drink with me.
Go have a drink.
Anitra, after this is over, inbox John because he's taking you for a drink, and she can't drink on it. John,
I like what you did there. I like that.
Wait a minute now. Wait a minute. John, let me finish.
Marty made you pay already.
She can't eat on an empty stomach, so don't have Anitra out here drinking if she needs something to eat too.
Right.
Anitra, I got you, girl.
The struggle is over.
I got you, girl. John, she can't eat on
Only people who struggle need somebody to pay for their food.
Awful.
John, we're not even about to go there. She said she gonna pay her own way. She said you're not about to blast her on TikTok, so she gonna pay her own way.
I'm just talking shit, okay?
No. Okay, so
I swear to God,
that,
hey, anybody that know me know a woman's money is no good around. I just got through telling you that about the nurse. So a woman's money is no good around. I just said that shit for the sake of the conversation.
Josh, she said she don't want you to be thinking she using you for no $11 hamburgers. She said, now you see him roll his eyes. You the same
Look
one.
at him.
And
He twist his lips.
Y'all, we're not even playing with you today because you rolling your eyes and stuff.
So how she gonna sit up? I don't need you to pay. Nobody needs nobody to pay for a freaking $11 burger. So what was the purpose of saying that?
Make it 11,
What was
20,
the
30.
purpose of saying
Me
that?
and Queen coming to get our $11 burgers too.
All y'all pull up. Let's have this conversation in person.
And I want a fry and a milkshake too.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna barbecue. How about that? I'm gonna go to the grocery store and I'm gonna fire the grill up here at the barbershop. I'm gonna fire the grill up at the barbershop. Yeah, and I will put whatever y'all want on it. And y'all come on up here. Let's talk about it. For real.
Don't be getting confrontational when we get up there, John.
Hey, y'all gonna take it as confrontational because I'm gonna say what I say. And a lot of people who not receptive or who get offended will look at that as aggression.
Sabrina, you coming to the barbecue? Sabrina said barbecue. Yeah, John, let me tell you something.
The struggle of barbecue.
The struggle of barbecue.
Ain't no struggle over here, love.
Let me
no struggle over here at all. The only struggle over here is entrepreneurship.
Let me tell you something. I don't think, I'm going to speak for me. Somebody can almost tell me anything. It's the delivery. So I think that's emotional. That's not emotional. Yeah, so it's just respectful. It's just respectful.
No, that's dealing in emotion when you say, well, it's because the way you said it to me. I didn't like it. That's a feeling.
The way people talk to people is important. I respect people, so I don't want to scream and shout and be combative. I just want to get my point across in a respectful way. So
I agree, but some people
should do that too.
I agree. However, some people will want their points to not be challenged, and if you challenge their point, they're looking at you as being aggressive. Or you discounting their points or whatever. No, I'm here to challenge what you say. And then if you can hold it, if you can stand up and defend what you say, then I can believe that's how you feel. But if you can't defend it, you just talking. You just saying something you didn't heard on a radio show or a talk show or something.
Anitra says she bringing the napkins to this barbecue. John,
you ain't got to bring that. They already here. Just show up.
Anybody, me and my friend, we can talk about anything and we can disagree all day.
But you and your friend. Why you don't
let people finish talking?
Because I want to clarify that you said friend.
You didn't
go ahead.
Even let me finish though.
No, go ahead. But you did say friend, right?
But I was not finished. John, you gotta learn how to let people talk now.
Yeah, dude. I just wanted to clarify that statement.
But you didn't even know what I was about to say. Let me
I didn't challenge nothing. I just said you said friend, right? That's all I said. That's all I said.
Right, but I wasn't finished.
Go ahead, dear. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Thank you. Now he rushing me.
You're spoiled brat ass.
I am spoiled. I did not deny that. I never denied it. Me and my friend and anybody else, for that matter, since you want to add that part in, can have a respectful conversation. I don't want everybody to agree with me. This is a big world, and everybody will never have the same opinion. But I believe people need to learn how to have a conversation in a respectful way. That has nothing to do with feelings. It's just respect. I don't like people.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I don't like people to shout at me. I don't shout at people. In fact, I think people listen less when people shout, because now they don't even want to hear the message. So that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Sometimes I just talk loud. I'll never shout and point my finger or wag my finger in your face. I'll never do nothing like that. But sometimes I just talk loud, and people take that a certain way. I'm a loud cat. You know what I mean? I don't whisper. I'm sorry. But you can't take that personally. That's what I mean by emotion. But I don't like what he said. No, hold on. You talking about I don't like how he said it. He told me the truth, but I don't like the way he told me. That's emotion.
Just half of what I just said.
That's
you can
emotion.
Tell anybody anything, but respect is important.
But let me say this. You're right. Respect is very important. But even the word respect is subjective. You see what I'm saying?
We can't debate the whole night, because I think you like it, and all I'm saying is what I'm sticking to.
Just tell me if anything I said was wrong.
It's not about right or wrong, John. For me, it's about, can we talk?
Thank you.
And have a conversation. Can I hear? Because I'm not a man. And that was one reason that we started doing these discussions openly. I'm not in your head. You're not in mine. But
I'm trying to share my thoughts, but you can't.
And you did a very good job.
You also have to listen to other people share their thoughts too, and don't cut them off. Let them finish. Just let them finish. That's all I'm saying.
I heard all the deflecting and blaming. I heard it all.
Lord. Yeah. So, yeah, we appreciate. Wait, let me see. Anisha said, I don't think it has much to do with emotion. My sister talks like you, and when her voice gets louder, mine gets louder. She said, now we're arguing. So that's what Anitra said.
Emotion kicked in and ego kicked in. That's why.
She said, me, I'm cool as a cucumber.
She said she just gonna talk to you on Facebook Messenger. Anitra said she just gonna talk over Messenger. Then you can't shout unless he put it in all caps, Anitra. He's still gonna
how about get out your feelings and just receive what I'm saying and logically combat it? How about that? Instead of just getting emotional because of the way I'm saying something.
I'm chilling.
Never gonna call a woman out her name. I'm never, ever, ever gonna discount a woman's feelings. I'm never, ever, ever gonna tell a person what they feeling is wrong or right. But I will ask questions because I want to challenge their thought process. Because a lot of the problems in the world is our thought process, the way we see it. And sometimes that's what therapy does for us. It gives us an outside perspective on what we got going on inside. Y'all always talking about therapy.
Don't say y'all.
You want to receive. No, I'm talking about you too. You two ladies are always speaking on therapy.
Surely do.
So how can you respect the therapist but not the general person who's speaking real truth?
John, who said that we
No, I'm not blaming or accusing. Just answer the question. See what I'm saying? Don't take it personal. Just answer the question.
John, I think Anitra said this perfectly. Then we're gonna wrap this up. She said, I'm capable, but you gotta relax, John. This is what Anitra said. She said you gotta relax.
Why? Why?
She said, what you got in that red cup? What's in that cup? John, you got some.
He just started drinking.
He got some.
I just showed you. I just poured some Remy.
Oh, God. Gasoline.
Anitra is Remy. So that's what's in his cup.
Yeah, and this is my first cup, so I'm not buzzing.
He's not buzzing.
This John just regular John. He's saying this is.
I'm always like this. You look at my page. Go look at my stats. I'm just as emphatic on my stats as I am in person.
John, I'm the one that said, go find John. Where John at? See?
I'm here. And I'll accept any challenge to my thought process because I can defend the way I think. You know what I mean? I can't defend. If I can't defend it, I don't have no business thinking like that. You see what I'm saying?
Sabrina said she wants some of what's in that cup. She said she on her way to the struggle queue.
Okay, well, so when you leave there, pull up.
He said, "Pull up, Sabrina."
After you leave the struggle queue, you know what I mean?
Oh, wait a minute. I'm not even about to do this with you, John.
She said she gonna pull up to the struggle. What? What did she say? Read it for me again.
You said the barbecue. She called it the struggle. Josh, she just making a joke.
Oh, she said, no, I'm listening. I thought she said today,
to have
but
a
I didn't hear the
conversation with you
last
because
word.
you cut her off every time.
I didn't cut nobody off. I just asked the question.
She said wait, who said the struggle queue? Oh, Anitra said the struggle queue. I'm sorry, Sabrina.
Yeah, so
Anitra.
ain't no struggle queues over here though.
Anitra said the struggle queue. Sabrina, I'm sorry. Sabrina said, leave me out of this. She didn't she didn't say it, John. It was Anitra. Anitra said it.
Yeah, all I'm saying,
She gonna take accountability.
I'm taking accountability. I meant
there will be plenty of liquor at the struggle queue, okay?
Now, somebody said you need a sense of humor, John. I'm not about to say their name because I'm not about to be
They
starting.
don't know me very well. I do have a very great sense of humor.
That's just
I was laughing when I said that.
Somebody
You know what I
said
mean?
I think he does have one.
A lot of people can't handle my sense of humor though, because I'm different, man. I think I'm totally different in society right now. I don't think I'm that or none of that. I just think I'm different.
Anitra said she said it. Anitra.
Hey, you'll learn. I mean, hey, if you'll learn.
So
You know what I'm
Jamel,
saying? When you knew better, you do better.
Lord have mercy. Cousin Jamel, how are you?
So the guy?
Yes.
No,
cousin, I can't even go back because if I go back, I know you, cousin, you gonna jump in and you and John gonna start
I told you I got time today.
And we gotta wrap this up now. He said, I'm good, cuz I need to see you next time you in town. But guys, I think, cousin, next time I'm gonna need you to jump in earlier, okay? Cause I know you be busy, but you can make a little time to talk to us. John, we appreciate you coming in this evening and every evening. She was looking for you because when I said no men are gonna join, she specifically said, "Where's John?" So she knew.
Hey, look,
that
the way y'all beat me up, shit, ain't no men gonna join, you know? The way y'all kicking my ass out here, ain't no man gonna join that.
Lord. We did not beat you up, John. You want a hug?
My motherfucking face hurt.
You looking like Martin when he had
I'm looking like Martin and Tommy Hearns.
Anitra said you got her, John. Anitra said you got her anxiety up for today.
Take your meds, baby. Take your meds. Take your meds.
My God, he said take. On
that was
note,
a generalization.
On that note, Anitra, Sabrina, John, and anybody.
Don't be anxious, dear. Hold on. Who said that?
Anitra said it.
Anitra, I'm sorry, dear. Okay. Don't let me affect you in that type of way, okay? Don't let me and my limited knowledge affect you and your personal experiences in that type of way, okay? Don't do that. I don't want to raise nobody's anxiety. I don't want to be known as that guy. I really don't, trust me. I just want to be known as one that's strong and opinionated and that his opinions are based on something and not just emotion. You know what I mean? That's my thing. I purposely go out my way to make sure that I'm not dealing in emotions because I'm a very emotional person, but I know how to handle my emotions.
Hold on.
I'm talking about the way I feel a lot of stuff. I feel a lot of stuff. Like a lot of stuff gets to me. You know what I mean? Like if I see somebody mistreated, I'm affected by that. You know what I mean? Even though it ain't none of my damn business, I'm just affected by it. I hate to see bullies. I hate to see people fucking over people that can't fight back and defend themselves. Like I'll step into shit like that. That's what I mean by emotional. I have a big chest. You know what I'm saying? Even though I'm strong and perfectly capable and willing of holding my own in any situation, I still have feelings, very strong feelings, but I try not to act from a state of emotion. I like to act based on logic and experience. And if it's personal experience, I'll tell you that. Okay, this is just my personal experience. It might be wrong, might be right, but I'm just sharing it. You know what I mean? I'm the type of person where I don't feel like I'm gonna not be hard on myself the same way I'm hard on everybody else. You know what I'm saying? The stuff that I expect from society is what I put into society nowadays.
Yeah, Anitra said now she want to buy you a burger because you seem. She said you seem authentic right now.
Hey, this is me. I swear to Christ, this is me, y'all. You know what I'm saying?
He said this him, Anitra. This is him.
All day, every day. I come on here because I want y'all to know this is me. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to just type, because when I'm typing, I look like a bitter Bob or some shit. You know what I mean? Or some guy that's triggered by women talking that shit. I know women gonna talk that shit. And I also know women are not gonna imagine that they could have a part in that too. You know what I'm saying? It's always a guy. Like you said, I want to work, but I don't want to work and have to take care of myself. I want a man to take care of me. But I still want to be independent. I still want to be autonomous. I still want to do what I want to do. But I still want this man here. That's, to me, that's kind of asking a lot. I didn't say y'all did that. I never see.
You just said
emotion. Emotion.
Okay,
emotion. I triggered
literally just
emotion.
said it.
We've been on here long enough.
But,
it's time for me to take my bra off. Let's go.
So
hot. No.
So he like, let me see. So again, John, we appreciate you coming in, because literally it's only been one other man that ever physically came up in the conversation. So even if we don't all agree, that's fine, because everybody won't always agree. I think it's just an excellent opportunity to hear other opinions. If you hear something that could help you, you take it. If you don't, you leave it. That's fine. But I'm glad we talked about it, although I see the women have a bit of a different view maybe than John.
Maybe we should do a part two.
Maybe we should do. We're gonna have to bring when we bring my cousin up though, it's gonna be some trouble though, because him and John, they're gonna get together and be homeboys. I already know.
Hey,
how they are.
Real recognize real all day long.
I'm not saying they don't. I ain't said nothing. I just said I know my cousin. So he speak his mind.
Yeah.
It's nothing wrong. Everybody should.
Y'all should respect that, because too many niggas lie. And don't
respect it.
That's why we
on the
platform.
Yeah, if we didn't respect it, we wouldn't even ask me. We can men bash. If we wanted to just men bash, we literally don't need a man to come in to talk to do that. So
sometimes you do need a guinea pig. Sometimes women do.
Anitra said yes, we need a part. Anitra said we need a part two. So for tonight only, we're gonna wrap this up. Anitra, we're gonna get a part two, and we're gonna get some more men to come in. Anitra, when I do this part two, I need you here though, because it looks like we're gonna need some backup, because you see, John, he might want to come back at us again, so we're gonna need some more backup.
You gotta be somewhere. You got somewhere you gotta be.
Who?
Either one of y'all.
Sabrina. Dang, John. Dang.
I mean, I'm just saying, I'm just saying.
No, but we set some goals as far as time frame.
Okay,
so we want to try to stick to. Anitra, she got our back. Sabrina, you gonna have our back too. Anitra said she got our what?
Sidebar on FaceTime. FaceTime, you can have up to how many people on there?
You tell us, because we don't know.
FaceTime, you can have a whole party. Like you can have I think about 12 people or more. I don't know, but I know you can have way more people connected at the same time on FaceTime.
Okay, that's what's up. So we learned something new tonight. So again, John, thank you for coming in. We appreciate it. And ladies, when we get back for part two, we're gonna need y'all right here. She said.
And listen, part two will be struggle love. What is submissive mean?
Oh, no, Lord. Let's make it this. Struggle love. Who's accountable? Who's accountable? Just ask a general question. Who's accountable in a struggle love situation?
Both of us are. Bye, John.
And why?
Bye,
John. We said part two. We said part two. Part two. Anitra said she's gonna be there. So guys, John gonna go crazy on part 2.
Just give me a heads up, okay? When
All
you
right.
get ready to do it, let me know. So, and I'll let you know if I can join or not, because I might be at practice or something like that. So just
Okay.
For sure. Thanks, John, for coming
first
up.
game tomorrow, y'all.
Okay.
Our first game is tomorrow. I'm coaching a brand new team that never existed. I'm coaching 10-year-olds that never played football. And
Oh,
this is
that's so wonderful.
defensive coordinator, which means I'm like in charge of the whole defense. I've never been a coach on that level before. So
That's what's up.
first jumping off tomorrow.
Congratulations, and that's what's up, John.
Thank
Giving back
you.
to the kids.
Thank
That's
you. Wish me
awesome.
favor. Wish me
We
favor.
wish
Wish me
you
favor.
favor.
Thank you, ladies.
Okay, you have a good
Y'all
evening,
beautiful.
John.
I love you. Have a great day, okay?
Bye.
Good.
All right.
Have a good evening. And ladies, thanks for jumping in this evening. We appreciate you. We're gonna have to get part 2 together, and when we do, Anitra and Sabrina, we're gonna need you here.
Don't need no haters.
Oh Lord, now she dancing. Okay, peeps. So part 2, we're gonna have to finish this because I guess we didn't finish this evening. So we're gonna get part 2 together. And when part 2 is here, ladies, we're gonna need you back because I think the men gonna try to come back and have something that they want to say.
Can you dance?
Which we want to hear. Lord have mercy. Let me cut this. Okay, guys. So you all have